always get the question, how do I get enough protein on a whole food plant-based diet? It's a widespread myth that it's difficult to get enough protein on a vegan diet, because in reality, protein deficiency is non-existent in developed nations unless a person is severely restricting their overall calorie intake. Research shows that as long as you consume adequate calories from a diverse range of plant foods, you will easily exceed the recommended daily protein requirement of 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. In fact, studies show that vegans typically consume 1.5 times the recommended daily amount of protein. It's really not something that you really need to be worried about. You just need to make sure you're eating enough. Here is how you can effortlessly, without worrying about it, just meet your protein needs. Every plant contains protein and amino acids. Before, people were under the impression that there's something called complete proteins or whatever. But every single plant contains a complete amino acid profile. You don't need to combine specific foods at every meal to get the essential amino acids your body needs for health and repair, because the clinical data shows that if you consume 0.7 grams per kilogram of body weight from plant sources, you meet your recommended dietary allowance for essential amino acids. The foods that you don't even expect to contain protein, like spinach, for example, which is roughly about 50% protein by calorie, and fruits, they also contain trace amounts. The way the body works is it's smart enough to piece together these amino acids from the variety of foods that you're eating to build up all of what it needs to make a quote-unquote complete protein, okay? If you are concerned, which you really shouldn't be, but you can focus on protein-rich, fiber-rich foods like legumes, which I highly recommend you cook. Yes, of course, you could sprout them and eat them raw. They're edible, but should you eat them? Just because something is edible raw, I don't think necessarily that means you should eat them. And I put legumes in that basket if you're concerned of just about your digestive health. Nuts and seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, all of these, walnuts, almonds, they're all rich in protein. And in a high raw lifestyle, you can include things like teff, because we all love Ethiopian food. Injera, delicious. This is protein rich. Amaranth, steel cut oats, quinoa. Quinoa is probably my favorite protein because it's so easy to prepare. You can flavor it to taste like anything, and it really allows, at least for me personally, to get a lot of hours without eating and still feel satisfied and still have my brain function really sharply and not feel any kind of fatigue or lethargy. Now, we prefer to get our protein from plants because of the way that protein is packaged. When you get protein from animals, it comes with saturated fats, lack of fiber, which all of that promotes inflammation, cardiovascular issues, cholesterol issues. And contrary to that, you have the plant proteins that naturally, they all have fiber, which is essential for a healthy gut microbiome, and we need a healthy gut to have a healthy brain. These plants also have antioxidants, they have vitamins, they have anti-inflammatory properties, they have phytonutrients. It's just optimal food for our cells, for our gut microbiome, to reduce the inflammation. The inflammation that's in our body is also affecting our brain, making us irritable and angry and sad and anxious. We want to stay away from these highly inflammatory foods and eat foods that help to quell that inflammation. And that's where this colorful, varied, whole plant food diet comes into play. So we can easily take care of the needs of our body.